Y'all already know what time it is. It's story time Friday. You know the vibes. Go ahead and sit back, relax, grab y'all little snacks, and tune in for this tea.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. About none of that shit.
So I had somebody ask me if I'm still doing promo. I am, but since I'm bulk recording, I really haven't had time. Like, I've had a really busy last few weeks, so I haven't had time to go check my PO box, but I will, and then I will continue to promo once things like slow down. Anyway, we're gonna get right into this video. Before we do, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Thank you in advance if you're giving me a thumbs up when you coming in, because I know sometimes y'all forget. Sometimes I'll be watching my favorite YouTubers too and I forget to like that video. So give it a thumbs up. It helps so much. Get me through this algorithm, boost my video, etc. So anyway, yeah, what else? Leave a comment, okay? I know it's the beginning, but just say, hey girl, I'm here, I'm tuned in. Say anything, any little thing to let me know that you here, you watching, okay? Even if you're not an active commenter, just put a little heart or something. Just let me know you here. Lastly, make sure you subscribe, all right? Because that helps too. Thank you, and I appreciate it. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna title this video, but let's just get into it. Okay, so if you can't tell by the title, obviously this is a story time about Dre, my longest relationship, my most recent ex, and my daughter's father. Okay, we was together, I feel like forever. Too long, way too long. Let me stop. If you confused by the title, then go watch my first virginity story and maybe that'll unconfuse you a bit. And you know what's crazy? On that story, I had people like, why women always want to say things is small when a relationship ended? As if I was bitter. Let me tell you something, bro. You listening? You know what you working with, okay? Because you've been working with it your whole life. So don't come to me asking me something that you already know the answer to. So in my first relationship, I did lie because listen, you want me to lie to you. You see this every day when you get up, when you use the restroom, when you take a shower, when you in the mood, you see it all the time. When you want your little alone time in privacy, you know what you got. Why you asking me? Because you want me to lie. And then y'all be real salty because first of all, you already know the answer. And then second of all, if a woman do tell you the truth, y'all egos are already very fragile, a lot of y'all men. So can you handle it? They be ready to send women to the upper room for less, for not giving out a phone number. So why are you trying to trick me with this question? I'ma lie every time, okay? Let me just tell you that. Honestly, obviously the video is not literal, but to me, I feel like, kinda, but I'm not gonna just like not count Drew as on my little roster. Oh, Lord, even though I wish I could erase him, I ain't gonna do that because it happened. I feel like I mentioned a lot of this in my old story times, but then I realized like everybody don't watch or haven't watched all my story times. So if you hear some of this and it sounds familiar, I've definitely mentioned this before in other story times, but just sit back, relax, and just enjoy the tea, okay? I feel like most of everybody know the backstory. Like we started out working at Walmart, me and Dre. We was real young. We started off cool for a little minute, then we eased our way into a little relationship. So before we actually got into a relationship, we was just like flirting, talking regular stuff. Actually, we did have a little like blow up before. Like first of all, I missed all the red flags going down this path with him because y'all already know I mentioned we had this moment in Walmart where we was just going back and forth, yelling across Walmart, calling each other bitches. And why did I think that this was gonna work when we got into it like that before we was even a couple? Why did I think this was gonna work? Fast forward, I definitely remember mentioning this part in another video. So the first time we hung out, it was my aunt's birthday and we was coming from the Cheesecake Factory and Dre was trying to see me all day and I was just like trying to lie and make up an excuse, but he just was not catching the hint. Like he wanted to chill for real. So I was like, all right, fine, I'm back at home, like you could come at this time. And he was like, okay, I need to come a little bit later or something like that, whatever. So we agreed on the time. He pulled up, like by the time he pulling up, it's about to be dark almost. So yeah, he pulled up and actually my aunt, she didn't really like people pulling up at her house. So she definitely, and then he was like somebody she never seen before or even heard about. So she went to the car, asked for his ID and At the time, it was so embarrassing, but like, what if something happened to me? Hopefully, she remembered his information off his ID, like first and last name, address, and stuff. And like, she could have, had a lead or something. So yeah, okay. She didn't really too much care because it was her birthday. She had company. She was, trying to live up her birthday weekend. So we get over there, we talking, etc., etc. Actually, that was the first time I had spent the night over there because I had blacked out. I told y'all, like, I do not do nothing. I didn't do nothing at this point, so my tolerance was low for everything. I was trying to think of a name for what he gave me. I'm trying to call it something else. So he gave me a little thing that people usually take when they have like anxiety. That's what that's for, like anxiety. They just need to relax or something, or go to sleep or whatever. Basically, it just helps you relax. Okay, everybody should know what I'm talking about. That plus how many shots did I take? Like 4 shots? I don't even know. I blacked out. Yeah. So the next morning when I came home, it was so awkward because she said something to me when I rung the doorbell. She said something to me like, a lady doesn't spend the night on the first night. Get up my face. I didn't really say nothing. She was like, we're going to talk about it later. And I was like, okay. I didn't really care because I kind of really just knew what it was. I knew what happened. And even if I did want to be a young thought, so let me be a young thought. I really think she thought about it because we never had that talk later. Because what would you say? What was you going to say to me? Like, don't be over there doing, like, I don't know what she would have possibly said, but all I do know is we never had to talk, and I was really glad. Obviously, first of all, I don't have dudes over, like, I don't have dudes just like randomly coming to pick me up. I don't talk to nobody, whatever. So if somebody pulling up to the house, then it's probably serious 9 times out of 10. But honestly, it wasn't at this point. We was just friends, but I could have seen it going there, and it did go there. So yeah, after that first time, Dre was pretty much at the house picking me up like all the time. Usually when I got off work, I would probably sleep the whole day or whatever. No more for that. Like, we was hanging with each other. We get off work maybe a few hours later, then he would come like pick me up. We would ride around, whatever. Sometimes we didn't even make it. Sometimes I would call in just because I would be tired, and he would call in too. So yeah. But yeah, we would just ride around the city together, and I just really felt like because I knew what he did, and then he would just like kind of make those moves in between hanging with me, but not too much, just like a few people. And I just felt like, okay, all right. And then when it was over, I could breathe again because I wasn't really comfortable being around that. I never like really been around that before. Like being with the local tree man, if you new here and you don't know exactly what I'm talking about. We riding around the city, as lame as it sound, I felt like a trap queen. I did. We riding around, she my trap queen, let her hit the band. I was like,
yeah, that's me, that's me, that's me.
But I kept it cute. I was just like, in the car, but in my head,
yeah, that's me, that's me.
So, one time I remember him telling me that his whole family is going out of town for a funeral, and he was going to be the only one at home because he had to work, or at least his mama thought he had to work. That was like his excuse to get a whole house to himself, basically. So, old boy was plotting. So you plotting, okay? So he told me that, and I was like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, you want to come over and spend the night? And I was like, huh? Okay, yeah. At this time, nobody had ever like invited me to their house to spend a night, and then we had a whole house to ourselves. He had a whole house to himself for the weekend. So yeah, I'm about to spend the weekend, but I was real hesitant at first. But actually before this, he did invite me to spend a night. Like, he was having a hotel party. I don't even think it was a party. Like, later on when we got together, I was like looking back at the pictures of that day at the hotel and stuff. It wasn't even a party. It was him, Devontae, and some other dude and another girl. It might have been another girl there. And they had like some Bella and some liquor and stuff. And I'm just like, what you thought was going down? I opted out of that one. I was like, nah. Because first of all, you trying to pick me up too late. You trying to pick me up late at night. Why you can't pick me up in the daytime? And So yeah, but this time we had gotten closer. Obviously, the first time we was just like, we barely talked. I mean, we was talking, but like outside of work, we barely talked, barely text. Like, I didn't text him back or anything like that. So obviously our relationship has progressed, and I was cool with it. I'm really trying to figure out what I told my aunt, because it was like, I didn't want to hear her mouth. I didn't care, but I didn't want to hear her mouth. So I might have told her that I was spending the night at Chelsea house or something. I can't remember, because there was a point that I just didn't care no more. Like, I didn't care because I was like always going over to Dre's house and she knew that. So yeah. But around this time, it was still early on, and I probably lied to her. Most likely, 9 times out of 10, I did. So anyway, I packed up my spend the night bag. Obviously, I leave when she's not at home, because I don't want her to see. I mean, even though we did have cameras, I just didn't want her to be there and like be able to go outside and ask questions, you know. So we go to Memorial City Mall, and it's nighttime, and it's like all the, you know, Memorial. If you're from Houston, at nighttime, Memorial City Mall looks so pretty. Like that area got all the good lights up and stuff. Even when it's not Christmas, it still got all these lights up. And so yeah, we just walking out there, and I just felt like it felt real romantic. It could have been me, but I don't think it was me. It was just like the feeling in the air. It was so romantic. He holding my hand. I could tell, like, actually, I want to add that I was Dre's like first real girlfriend. Oh, y'all, that just really made me remember how Dum Dum was trying to spread rumors, or she was telling me the rumors about him. But she was like, oh, I really thought this and I thought that. And I was just like, you want me to tell you what I thought about your man? No, I didn't think so. I really feel like she was scared to say that Devontae was trying to start this rumor about Dre, your own brother trying to start a rumor about you. But I really feel like that's what it was, because she was telling me the story and it just didn't make sense, and I really felt like Devontae was the one putting a bug in her ear. So yeah, that's another story though. It was so fake. Back to the story. My bad, I got sidetracked. So yeah, we at the mall, we walking around the mall having a good time, and I really basically mentioned that he never had a girlfriend before is because I could tell he didn't know like how to act and what to do type stuff. And so I was just like, hold my hand and like do this and do that. And he was like, all right. Like, I don't know. I felt like he was getting anxiety. Now that I look back on it, I know what that looks like. And I felt like that's what he was getting. And I felt like he didn't like a lot of attention being out. And I was kind of the same way, unless it depended on the person, because I've went to the mall with some people and I didn't want them to hold my hand and touch me and stuff, even though I did like them a little bit. We weren't in a relationship or nothing, but it gave me anxiety, and I felt like that's what was happening with him. I don't know, or maybe it could have been that, or maybe he just didn't want to do it all the way. I don't know. And I'm saying that because for real, we was so new, and how much he liked me, how much he would blow on my phone and do this, do that. Like maybe I was making him nervous or something. He was like, man, I'm ready to go. I'm just ready to go, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, boy, what are you ready to go for? We really just got here. We only been here for 30 minutes. Like, we just started walking the mall. And he was like,
man, you know, well.
Like, just insinuating this. Y'all know what he was alluding to? He was alluding to the booty. So I'm just like, bruh, how do you think that we finna go back to your house and do anything if you don't even want to hold my hand? And he was like, bro, I've been holding your hand. Like, we wasn't arguing or anything. He was like, I've been holding your hand this whole time. Like, it was still in like the cute phase or whatever. So yeah, he was saying he'd been holding my hand the whole time, and I was like, no, you really haven't, and this and that. So he started holding my hand, he started grabbing me and doing this, and I'm like, you only doing it because you want some ass. And he was like,
man, I don't know what you want from me.
And I'm like, I want you to do it because you want to do it. Like, this is the little stuff that should not be happening. Like, we wasn't arguing, but we was kind of bickering. Why are we bickering right now? We stay at the mall until it closed for real. And then, like, we left the mall real late. And then, you know, we leave the mall. We go to this liquor store by his house, because that liquor store specifically, they did not ID. They didn't ID who they knew, because when I went up in there, they ID'd me. So I had to turn my little ass right back around, go get Dre out the car and be like, listen, you gonna have to go get this liquor because he not letting me do it. So he go up in there, lo and behold, the dude give him the liquor, and I'm like, I walk in behind him, but I made sure like the transaction was complete. So I walk in and I was like you could, what the fuck? And the man was like, oh, you're together. Yeah. Not me thinking I was special. He tried not to lose his whole liquor license, and I thought he was gonna risk it all for me. Girl, sit down. Yeah, we go. At this time, we was heavy on the club, so we used to get like Ciroc. I was all Ciroc'd out. It was one time that I threw up off of we had Pinnacle. Actually, it wasn't Ciroc, because I don't think I ever threw up off Ciroc. But we threw up off of Pinnacle, and that's when I knew I was through with Cliff. I headed straight to Brown and ain't left ever since. So yeah, but this time we still on the Ciroc, because you know Ciroc had all them flavors, green apple, pineapple, all them flavors. Like, the only one I didn't like was red berry, because that tastes like medicine. So I don't know why they made that. Get back to the house, we pull up, we drinking, whatever. He's trying to keep me in the mood. Honestly, there's a difference between, I realize there's a difference between guys just effing, and because I'm not trying to be real vulgar, and then guys like in the moment and doing it with somebody that they actually like and stuff. There's a difference, because you could just tell when dudes just don't know what to do. They used to just getting right into it, and I'm just like, slow down, let's slow it down. So anyway, we up in there drinking. Was we eating? I forgot what we had. Might have had some pizza or something, because that was like the go-to drunk food. Y'all, okay, when I notice things is about to start getting hot and heavy, I go to the restroom, because you know you gotta go to the restroom just to check, because you don't want to be embarrassed. Like, you don't smell nothing now or whatever. Not that you should just be having random smells, but you never know. Sometimes you could be ovulating. Dudes, I'm sorry if you hear, like, yes, we ovulate, we have discharge, leakages and stuff. So, you know, you gotta check it, clean it up a little bit, and, you know, get it right. So I was like, all right, just to freshen it up a little more. And I feel like you should never, ever do this. It screams yeast infection. So I had on a dress, mind you, and I had on a dress and my infamous little jean jacket. Y'all already know, like, at this point I done got my arms done, so you know I wore this little tiny crop jean jacket to hide my little fat pockets right here. So I wore that with everything. And I had some Japanese cherry blossom Victoria's Secret spray in my purse, in my little crossbody purse. So I was like, all right, just to freshen it up times 10, make sure it's extra, like, you know, smell good. I'm gonna squirt half the bottle, like, over my underwear, but directly on my badge. And it was a burning, because y'all know that spray got alcohol in it. It was burning. I was like, ooh, fight through it, fight through it, fight through it. So I'm in the restroom for a long time, and Dre probably heard all them so I start hearing moves
Like, what you doing in there? What you doing in there?
and I'm like, nothing, I'm coming, just relax. So I got my, y'all, mind you, the whole house probably smelled like Japanese cherry blossom at this point. I'm thinking the scent is just contained to the restroom. No, he probably smelled that from the living room. So I'm like, all right. So I'm just airing it out, like fanning it down, because it burned. So I'm about to walk out, and I'm like, you know what? FOMO squirts, just FOMO. All of a sudden, on the second squirt, I hear the door open. So I'm like, door open. It's Dre. Why can't you knock, sir? Why did you not knock? So, y'all, he caught me. I'm so sorry. Wait, hold on. This is so embarrassing. He caught me up, just like leg open, one leg on the toilet, hunched over, squirting. And I was just like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? And he was like, what are you doing in here? Come on. And I was like, oh my God. This is the most, I don't even want to do it no more. I don't want to do it. This is so embarrassing. I can't. Then, y'all, my underwear is on fire. On fire. Like, it's all wet, and not in a good way though. Like, just alcohol type of wet, burning. I just can't. So I'm trying to like walk with my legs open to get some like air down there. Y'all, why didn't I just take the underwear off? I don't know. Instead, I just kept them on and let them burn the crap out of me. Don't ever do that, okay? Don't ever spray don't do that. There's stuffer down there. Honestly, down there don't need a scent. Just put some lotion down there, maybe some body butter or whatever. Just don't, not literally on it, but on your thighs, on your inner thighs. I feel like nothing scented should really just be going down there. Not me telling y'all how to prepare for the deed. No, I'm just playing. Little kids, click off. Don't know. Get to getting. So yeah, he walked me into the living room, and as I'm walking into the living room, I'm thinking like, where are we about to do this at? Like, oh my God, where are we about to go? Because first of all, I know we wasn't doing it on a couch, because they only had this like seat up in there at the time. There was only this seat up in there, and I don't remember why they didn't have couches, but all I do remember is that they got new couches. Something. in the span of me knowing them, they got new couches twice. But yeah, I remember at this time they was getting couches or something. Y'all, the couches was just not there, okay? I don't know. So he walking me to the living room. We round the corner from the kitchen, and it gets even more ghetto. It's the air mattress on the floor. It's the air mattress on the floor, yes. Yes, the first time I lost my virginity, it was on the floor. So I guess technically this is an upgrade because there's an air mattress on the floor, but it's still the floor. So I was finna get deep with it, like why these dudes don't respect you, But at the end of the day, we was young and nobody is thinking like that, especially not dudes like, yeah, fuck her, I'm gonna just fuck her on the floor. Like, no, I don't think it was that deep, but now, yeah, where my shoes at? No, let me grab my purse, keys, I'm out. Before I fully see the air mattress on the floor, yeah, I'm gonna be out the door. Bye. Not today. I'm not gonna lie, I only didn't care too much because I had that Ciroc in my system. Because if I was fully sober, I had a smart mouth. Like I said, I was kind of snappy with it too. I wasn't rude on purpose, but I know sometimes people be like, what the fuck? And I'll be like, bro, I'm joking. But no, for real though, especially with him and the way that we joked, I was not completely, but I was very comfortable around him. So I would have said something like, who you about to fuck on the floor? Boy, no, you had to take me upstairs to one of them beds. But knowing what I know now, like upstairs was the same. Not everybody. Like the little brother had a twin bed and the little sister had a twin bed, and I know you don't want to do it in your mama bed, so I could understand. And yeah, it was very awkward. So what does he start doing? So he just started touching me, caressing me, and then trying to just lay me back on this air mattress. Mind you, we both standing up, so we gonna have to get down and all this kind of stuff. So it was just very awkward. And like, oh my God, he started like kissing my neck and all kinds of stuff. And then he started trying to I'll just wait. I had to stop myself right quick. Do I really want to walk y'all through this? Do y'all want to get walked through this? All right, I'm gonna walk you. And if you don't, fast forward. So yeah, by this point, I'm like laying down. I'm sitting on the air mattress and he's trying to basically lay me back. And he's trying to take off my underwear, all that kind of stuff. And I'm laying back. When he took off my underwear, my stuff started burning more. I don't know if it was the cool air that made a sensation to make it tingle or whatever, but it started burning more. So I was like, oh wait, hold on. And he was like, what? What's wrong? So I was like, nothing. And I just like I just had my legs open and I just really wanted the cool air to breeze on by as much as it can in this little short period of time. So I'm like, hold on. So yeah. So whatever, he started trying to touch me and stuff. And yeah, so basically, yeah, he just keep touching me, caressing me, kissing my neck, all that kind of stuff. Then we kissed a little bit. We was pretty tipsy, so yeah. Then I start seeing him take his pants off, and I was like, oh my God, this is really about to happen. Like, no, wait, I'm not ready for this. Like, so many things was going on in my head. Like, you would have swore I was a virgin. Like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this. Oh my God. Because actually at this time, I wasn't sexually active for a year and a half. So I kind of felt like, oh my God, I'm not ready for this again. Like, whatever. Like, I don't know what he working with. I've never seen nothing but his arms. And like, I've only seen like his arms and the bottom of his legs because he would wear some basketball shorts sometimes. Like, I don't even know how he looked under clothes. Like, I wasn't ready. I'm like, if he pull out a little shrimp cocktail, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't ask me about it. Just hopefully he don't even ask me about it. Like, all this stuff is going through my mind because obviously I'm slightly traumatized from Drew always asking me, hey, how does it feel? How big do you think it's big? Is it small? I'm insecure. Boy, leave me alone. I don't care. Y'all, I promise you, like, every single time after my first time, Drew used to find a way to bring up his shrimp cocktail. Stop asking me about it, Drew. You know what you've been working with. It's been yours since the day you was born. So I was just like, I hope you don't do the same thing. I don't got time. Like, I didn't have time to be stroking no male ego forever. So, you know how you like you sitting up like this? So that's how I'm sitting up, basically watching him get undressed. When he finally pulled it out, I was like, wait. So I'm sitting back like this, and he finally pulled out, like, I'm just looking out like this, and he finally pulled it out, so I look, and I was like, That's how it looked on the outside, but on the inside, I was like, I was just happy nobody was gonna be like, is it small? Is it small? Y'all don't know. Y'all think I'm playing when I say almost every time me and Drew got on the phone, he asked me about it. Oh my God. I was like, yes, okay. I don't gotta worry about that. I don't know if it was like the beer goggles or whatever, but I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, in my drunken mind, I'm just saying my drunken mind because it was not that serious. I was like, where the fuck you think he put in that? You know, when you used to seeing something so shrimp cocktail and you see any other thing like normal size, average size or whatever, you like, oh no. But you used to shrimp cocktail. You feel me? So I was like, where the fuck you think he put in that? Like, I'm not made for that. Like, not me thinking I was made for shrimp cocktail. I feel like it was a mix of anxiety mixed with Japanese cherry blossom. That burning sensation and just like being real nervous because like nobody has really been down there, seen down there, been fooling around down there. So yeah, I was a little bit nervous. So on the first, like on the initials, I was like, we need to slow down. Like I'm not there yet, you know? And to be completely honest, I didn't know how you were supposed to be. Like, I didn't know there was supposed to be moisture, if you feel me, down there. Like, I know I'm like, what, 19 at this point and still don't know that. that wasn't my fault. That wasn't my fault. I just knew that what he was doing, it just felt like, it didn't feel right. It just felt wrong. So I'm like, wait, okay, slow down, chill out, whatever. I'm not trying to walk y'all through this step by step, but I feel like that's how the story go. All right, so finally it get eased up in there, okay? And it was just like, and then I just finally relaxed. I remember just relaxing and laying back because I'm like, you know, I feel like I didn't used to relax. That's that factored in too. So yeah, this boy's just talking the whole time. I'm thinking like, shut up. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I like talking if you're saying the right thing. But this boy is just like, I don't think I can say it. First of all, he was looking off into the distance. And he was like,
Every time I pull it out and put it back in, it get wetter. It get wetter.
I was just like, shut the fuck up. Like, I didn't, that wasn't freaky talking to me. Like, I was just like he said it like, this store got so much candy. I'm gonna eat it all. It tastes better and better every time I taste it. Every time I taste the new candy. Like, I don't know. He was just saying it like he was in a candy store. Like, it just didn't match the vibe that was trying to happen. But the whole time I'm just laying there. I'm gonna be completely honest. The first time that we did it, it did absolutely nothing for me. Actually, not even the first time. The first few times we did it, it did nothing for me. Like, I was there. He could have really did that stuff by himself. I don't feel like he needed me. Why was I there? I didn't. So it's finally over. I'm just laying there. He go upstairs to get me a towel and he come back, wipe me off and stuff. He told me to come upstairs behind him. So I'm like, okay. He was like, you can take a shower and you can take a shower in this restroom or whatever. There's a soap. He basically give me everything, soap, towel, everything. So yeah, take a shower, and then I hear him go take a shower in the other restroom. By the time I get out the shower, he out the shower and everything drying off, whatever. So yeah, I put some clothes back on. And we just chilling. After that, basically, we really just went to sleep and stuff. Y'all, the next morning, I wake up to like the smell of bacon. I'm like, I know this nigga ain't cooking for me. Is this nigga cooking for me? Mind you, he had cooked for me before, but it was just like some oatmeal or something. And y'all, I think I said the oatmeal little story in a different story time. I don't really like oatmeal, but he was like, just taste this oatmeal. You're gonna love this oatmeal. I taste the oatmeal. You thought your oatmeal was the end all be all, and I was gonna be like, oh, oatmeal my shit now. No. Anyway, so I get up, he's cooking for me. So I get up, go right upstairs so I could brush my teeth and whatever and get decent, like, you know, at least do something to my hair or whatever. I walked back downstairs. He must have been in the garage when I went up. I mean, when I got up, he must have been in the garage, probably getting something out the deep freezer, or he could have been smoking or something. So by the time I'm coming back downstairs, he's like downstairs too, cooking some eggs or something. So I walked, y'all, I felt like I glided downstairs, and I should have known then. It's too late. I done fucked up. I'm in too deep. I was in deep then, and I didn't even know it. When I glided down them damn stairs, yeah, I wasn't going nowhere. I wasn't going nowhere. I went downstairs, and I remember thinking like, oh my God, I could get used to this. Like, I could really see us in our own place, and just like, this feels amazing. It really felt like heaven. Right? And it did, actually. It really did. I'm not even finna like take that moment away from myself. That's a moment that I will never forget because of how it made me feel, the feeling it gave me. So yeah, go downstairs. He done cooked breakfast, done hooked it up. So we both eat and we just talking, whatever. Not really doing nothing. We was really chilling that day. Later on that day, we tried to do another round. It did absolutely nothing for me, but hey, I guess, I don't know. Fast forward, our little romantic weekend is over, and I go home, and I was just so sad, but I knew I was gonna see him at work in like a day or two, so it was fine. And then his people was coming back anyway, so yeah. After that, I was over there 24/7, like more than that. I was over there more than I was actually at home. If I wasn't at work, I was over there. Like literally. And then sometimes Dre would come over when I got off of work, because I got off first. I got off at 6 o'clock, and the rest of the night crew got off at 7 o'clock. So he would come over when he got off of work, because I lived so close to Walmart. So he would stop by my house first, and then he would go home. But I never let him in or nothing like that, because I didn't feel like doing all that camera shit. Like, boy, So what we would do is, my neighborhood had a cut in it. He would come, we would go up in that cut, and we would do it in the car. It was just like the best time. After them initial few times, so I started realizing how it was supposed to be and how it was supposed to feel. And I was hooked. I was like an addict all the time. All the time, me please. All the time. Anytime, anywhere. Call me Miss Jackson. Anytime, any place. I promise you, like, it could have been a house full of people at his house. But one thing about it, we was gonna sneak off to that restroom by the garage and get a quickie in real quick. And I know that bathroom echo. I just know it did. Oh my God. I just can't imagine how loud we were. Oh my God. That was basically my little second time losing my little virginity. But I did bleed. The first time that me and Dre did it, I don't know, like, if it was just because I didn't do it like in a year or something, but that time I bled like the first few times, and he was thinking that I was on my period, but I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not on my period at all, because if I was, it would still be coming. It's hours later and nothing's coming out. So because he was like, you sure you wasn't on your period? You sure? And I was like, no, I wasn't. But yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. That's my little experience. That's it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, make sure your subscribe button is hitting, your notifications is on. All of that will help me so much, and it will help you to be notified when I post, and you know, boost me a little algorithm. Share me with your friends. Okay, we really trying to make it, we really trying to get up there. All right, y'all already know the deal. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna definitely see y'all in my next one. Bye. What else? I swear to God, you not finna get me. You not finna get me. I'm not ready for the upper room. So yes, I'm gonna lie. Oh my God, I'm Miss Drag Queen. I don't even know the words to that song. If it hit 3 months and I'm still sore, we don't have a problem. Nah, because that's really traumatic on the body, so I do understand. I do understand. Y'all, I just had a flashback when I worked at a call center. I do understand, but they used to be so mad. You don't fucking understand, bitch. That's why I had a person say that shit to me. I used to get cussed out at that call center. You don't understand shit, bitch. I said, I put my phone on mute. I said, this my last day. This my last day. It was not my last day, okay? Because I could not afford to lose that job. Y'all, I remember one time I was leaving the house. Wait, actually, what happened? Dre called me and he was like, what you doing? And I was like, no, I'm chilling, you know, about to go to sleep or whatever. He was like, I want to see you. And I was like, boy, it's 11. You should have called me earlier. And he was like, no, just come on, da da da. Like, you know, when you just like really like somebody, you really want to always be around them, and you young, your hormones is da 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 da. So yeah, I knew that. It's about 11 o'clock. It's about to be 11 o'clock. So I pop up. I hurry up in there because first of all, how far did Dre live from me? Like a good 20 minutes. Little, depending on how, and he drove fast, so I'm gonna say 20 minutes. So I hurry up and nair my stuff. I nair my privates, right? So while I'm nairing, I'm like throwing stuff in the bag and I'm just like making all kinds of noise. And my aunt was probably like, what the hell is going on? So I'm packing my little spend a night bag. Y'all know nair, you can smell it all throughout the house. I end up leaving the nair on for too long and it got like, you know, I'm moving around so the nair is moving too. So it ended up getting in the creases that it shouldn't have been getting into. I burnt myself. I don't know if you ever cut yourself down there or burnt yourself with nair. I just got natural bars. I'm sorry. But it is extremely uncomfortable to the point where you don't even want to walk. You just want to lay down and cock your legs up and fan. Just fan. It's so uncomfortable. So I was like, shit, I gotta see it through, my boy, because he on the way. So I finished packing my bag. I get in the shower, wash it all off and everything like that. And I'm just waiting for him to like tell me he outside, because I don't get out the car, don't ring the doorbell, don't do none of that. Just wait and text me. So he texts me like I'm 5 minutes away. So all right, I start preparing myself to tell my aunt bye, because y'all know it's like a whole task with a strict parent. So I'm walking back and forth and through, and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm finna go somewhere with Dre. And she was like, where? And I was like, I ain't have no lot prepared to his house. I ain't have no lot prepared at all. So she was like, do you see what time it is? Ain't nothing open this late. Yeah, I know what you about to say. Nothing but my legs. You're absolutely correct. No, I'm playing. I would never say that shit. I would never say that shit, but in my head, I was thinking something close to that. Like, I mean, I really didn't want her to know, but since you want to just put it out there, okay, shit, I don't know what to say. Should have left earlier to make it less suspicious, to ease your mind, but dang, it just came up. I'm sorry. So she was like, let this be your last time leaving the house this late. You know I don't condone this shit and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. Like, I'm just saying, okay, listening, whatever, trying to calm it down. And she was like, you ain't slick. I don't know what she was talking about, but I'm 100% sure it just hit me in the heart. I just knew she was talking about the smell of the nair. And I don't know. She just knew. She's not dumb. I'm walking to the car, and I guess he see that I'm walking funny. He was like, why are you walking like that? And I was like, I burnt myself with nair. And he was like, oh, damn. And like, continue to drive like it was nothing. And I was like, yeah, so we can't really do nothing. And he was like, what? Man, what? You for real? Now, how bad is the bird? Nigga, we're not doing nothing. We're not doing a thing, y'all. Why we still end up doing it? Because like that, like, not to get like, what's the word? Not to get explicit, but at the moment I forgot I had burned myself. Like, that's how bad, you know, I wanted shit to go down. So yeah. He was like, how bad is the bird? Nigga, I was looking at him like, nigga, really? Are you stupid? But